Action. Hi, my name's Blair, if you didn't know, and I'm currently not vibing. I don't know, I woke up this morning, I ate breakfast, I ate lunch, and then, I don't know, quarantine kind of set in, and something clicked, and now I'm just not feeling it. Now that we've addressed the fact that I'm not vibing and that I don't feel happy right now, like I'm kind of like actually sad, like sad boy hours have begun. But I was like, I don't know, so today my video about a day in the life of quarantine went up, and I posted it, right? And I was thinking I need to film a video. I need to film a video for my channel and get something done. And I just couldn't think of anything fun, or I just didn't want to do anything because I'm just like, you know, sad. I'm missing my friends. I'm missing my family. Like I'm just not, I feel like I'm missing out. So I thought I'd talk about something that makes me happy. And I'm also packing because I have to move again. If you were wondering, this will be the 10th time, 11th time that I've moved in my entire life. So we love that. But I need to pack up my books and go through it. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk about my favorite books just because books make me happy and I've just been missing them lately. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about some books. And that was probably a lot for people who've never seen my channel. So hi, my name is Blair. I'm 13 years old and I never freaking learned how to read. No, I use that reference a lot, actually. I'm a big fan of Vine. But I'm kind of oddball, you could say. I'm a different kind of person. That's for sure. No, but I like to have fun around here. We'll get started. So we have a lot to do with our bookshelf. Oh wait, I wanted to show you something. This is kind of off subject, off topic. But so the other day, my brother gave me his longboard, and I painted it. And then I was in the shed that we don't use, and I found another one. It's missing a wheel, but look at it. I painted it again. Do you like it? Okay, that's all. We interrupt this broadcast for a quick message. So I actually just wanted to tell you that I cut out a lot because I recorded like 50, 60 minutes of footage of me talking about books, and we're not about to talk about books for that long. And so I cut a lot out, and I just wanted to let you know that sometimes I'll reference something I just talked about, but it's not that important, so don't really worry about it. And also, I brought this picture to show you that I can be pretty sometimes, unlike the next clips. Okay, thank you, love you, and goodbye. So let's go through my books. Hello. Hey, you guys let me know if there's like a demon behind me, okay? Don't come at me, please. I gotta use this to reach these ones. Alright. So, you can't see it from this angle, but these are my books. I have a few more upstairs, but those are the ones that are really pretty, and I want to keep them in my room. So, oh my gosh, my foot. So let's go through and just talk about my favorite ones. The first actual book series I read was Harry Potter, His Chamber of Secrets. That's the first thing I ever really read. I read it in 2nd grade. And I was very obsessed with it for a while there. Honestly, it was my 11th, from all the way from 2nd grade to 11 years old. I don't know what grade that was. All the way from there was the Harry Potter phase of my life. I was into Harry Potter that entire time. And yeah, it was just like my entire life. Everything, all the stuff we went to Universal Studios, and all we did was Harry Potter. You know, obviously, Cursed Child's iffy. Fantastic Beasts, though, besides Crimes of Grindelwald. We don't talk about that. Oh, another one we have right here is the Arc of the Scythe series. I always want to say, you know what? Yeah, I think it's Scythe. I don't know how to say it. Arc of the Scythe, right? These are 3 books. I haven't read the 3rd one yet, just because I've been caught up in some other books right now. But this series is very popular this year with kids at my school, and this actually got loaned to me by my, is she my aunt? I don't know, she's like my aunt. Thank you, Crystal, by the way, and I stole her books, and now I have them. Yeah, and so I haven't read the Toll yet, but we have Scythe, Thunderhead, and the Toll, and they are very, very good. So that's one of the recommended that I would recommend. Sorry. This is my favorite book of all time, and that is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Now this is a Barnes & Noble edition one, so it has a cool cover, comes with a bookmark on the sides, they're like bronze. Very cool, but this book made so much of a difference in my life that I didn't even realize it made a difference until I was the last page. And it's kind of funny because, I don't know, this is just the first classic book that I ever read, and it's changed everything. Now I have all these classic books and I'm into all this old literature, and this kind of started that all for me, so it's just really exciting, you know, to think about. I can't wait to read this one again after I finish Huckleberry Finn, which I have so many new books because I go on book sprees. But once I start Huckleberry Finn and finish that, then I'll definitely want to come back to this one because this is my favorite book of all time. And in 5th grade, actually, kids used to call me, not kids, one kid used to call me Tom Sawyer, and we called him Huck Finn. And so that was just, you know, this was a very important part of my life in 5th grade. And when I finished it, it was like, you know, it's very cool. Hey, Mom, I'm filming. Love you. I'm trying to think about what to talk about. Oh, let's talk about another one that I literally hated. So this is The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding. This book is the most frustrating story I've ever read. And it's very like animated in the beginning, and then it gets darker, and then it gets darker, and then it ends on a cliffhanger, and there's no sequel, like there's nothing. It just ends. And it drives me nuts. I think about this book at least once a month because my mind will just drift back to Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding, and I'll think about how this great story was being built, and then it just ended without a sequel. And I'm just like, excuse me? Why? I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but this book just makes me really angry to think about. So just take that into account before you read it. Oh my gosh, I love talking about books. This is really brightening up my mood. If you were wondering, I'm already feeling 10 times better. So like, we love that. Oh, more Jennifer A. Nelson, Deceiver's Heart. I'm waiting for the 3rd one in this series. Keeps ending on cliffhangers and I get really angry. But there's that one. Aw, do we want to talk about books that made me cry again? We can talk about books that made me cry. Do you want to, though? Okay, we can. We only have a few, so we don't have to worry too bad. So first off, we have one that really, really, really made it sad. So this is Where It Ends by, I don't know how to say her name. There you go. Oh, it's going to be backwards, isn't it? Just look up This Is Where It Ends. It'll be fine. So This Is Where It Ends is a book about a school shooting, and I swear it's like the writing style where it's a different character's point of view each chapter. And so at the beginning it's a little confusing, but the more you get into it, the more, you know, it gets better. But the author is so good at like red herrings. This author is very good at red herrings. So if you're looking for a good cry or just want to be sad, then I would recommend this book. But if you're in a bad emotional state, then do not read this book. But that is a good book if you're wanting to cry. Let's talk about 5 Kingdoms series. 5 books, I think, right? That would make sense. It's 5 Kingdoms. but this series is one of my favorite series I've ever read. So Five Kingdoms by Brandon Wald. He also wrote the Fable Haven series, which I didn't read those ones, but I've heard they're very good. And it's about a kid, and he goes to this house, like this haunted house, and he gets kidnapped and taken to another world. And it is something world building again. I really am drawn to authors who can build a world so well, like J.K. Rowling, and we talked about the Ugly series author. All those ones, like, they are so good at giving these little details that you can just like grab onto, like where does the trash go, or like how do they get their energy, like all these things that you wouldn't normally think about in like a world with magic. And then you get it, and it's just, it makes such a difference in this series. But the Five Kingdoms I read in 5th grade, and it is a good series, and I want to read it again. I only own the 5th one because they didn't have the 5th one at my school, and they had all the other ones. So I remember when I was reading this one, I was so obsessed with the series. They're really long books. They're like 400 pages, not long, but they're big pages. And for a 5th grader, this looked like a lot. And I read all the books really quickly, and I remember every single day until this book came out, I was asking my librarian, like, do you have the book yet? Do they have the book yet? And they just didn't get it in time, so I needed to get it. And I saw it at the store, and I got it. So now I have this one, and looking at this makes me happy because 5th grade was an issue altogether. We should talk about that some other time if you want to hear it. But reading really was something that kind of, like, I would read at lunch, I would read at recess, like I would do all that stuff when I didn't have people to hang out with. I wanted to add here that just because I didn't have a lot of friends or anybody to talk to right there when I was in school, there's always people you can reach out to, and you don't have to feel alone. And I just wanted to say that because I don't want to like say, if you read and you're like alone, that's cool. Like, no, you can find friends. People will always listen, and I just wanted to say that because, I wish I would have reached out instead of just sitting there on my books. Okay? Oh, that's all. I love you. This was one of the ones that made it feel like my life was an adventure and not something I needed to escape from. Let's talk about. And here we have To Kill a Mockingbird. Wuthering Heights is down here. Yeah. So as I talked about, Tom Sawyer really boosted that oldie in me. So I have Wuthering Heights, which these characters are so frustrating. Like, they'll do stuff and it's just, this book makes me feel like this, like physically shaking. It's so, I just realized how not interesting this is going to be. Sorry, I got sad again. But, frustrating. To Kill a Mockingbird, I thought that was really sad. I read this in 5th, transitioning to 6th grade. And then I just bought Pride and Prejudice and Moby Dick, and I haven't started those yet. And I have Huck Finn somewhere. And so these are my books. I hope you enjoyed. If I ever end up posting my video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all. Thank you for watching, and I will, oh my gosh. Did you see that? How many times I just forgot what I was doing? I need a nap. We're gonna go take a nap. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you people in the near future. Peace out. 4 legs.
Dinner.
A normal cow. I told that when a comedian came to our school, and the whole audience laughed. Thank you very much. And good night. By summoning a demon? Like, okay, that's fine. We're good.